When you think of the state of Haryana, what's the first thing that pops into your head? Maybe sprawling fields or bustling cities? Well, what if I told you it's also home to this incredible network of diverse and absolutely vital lakes? Today, we're going to dive right into Haryana's hidden waters.
So, you might be wondering, how does a state like Haryana even have so many bodies of water? Well, the answer is literally written in the landscape, framed by two of the world's most ancient mountain ranges. Up in the northeast, you've got the mighty Shivalik Hills, the foothills of the Himalayas, and down south, you have the ancient weathered Aravalli Range. It's these two giants that create the perfect natural basins for all this water to collect.
All right, let's kick off our tour in the south, where there's this fascinating cluster of lakes all nestled in those Aravalli foothills. This region is home to some of the state's most famous and historic water bodies.
First stop is Badkal Lake in Faridabad. Now, its origin story is really cool. This isn't some ancient natural lake. It was actually built in 1947, right after independence. Its job was super practical, flood control. But over the years, it completely transformed into this beloved local landmark, famous for its annual spring flower show. And hey, just nearby, you'll also find the smaller Peacock Lake.
Next up, Damodar Lake. This one, near Gurugram, goes way back, built by the British in 1919. It's a huge hotspot for birdwatchers, pulling in about 190 different species, and it's even getting a state-of-the-art water polo center soon. But its real claim to fame? Its sheer size.
That's right. Damodar Lake covers about 3,000 acres. Let that sink in for a second. That makes it the largest natural lake in all of Haryana, a true giant of the Aravalli region.
And get this, here's a fun little fact to help you picture it. Its sprawling, irregular shape has people describing it as being amoeba-shaped. So yeah, just imagine this massive, amoeba-like oasis.
Now, not all the lakes here are created equal. Take these two, for example. On the one hand, you've got Khalilpur Lake, a massive 1,500-acre seasonal spot that often dries right up in the summer heat. But then, just 16 kilometers away, you have Chandni Lake. It's a bit smaller, but it's a permanent water body, holding onto its water all year round.
Okay, so from these local spots, we're going to zoom way out now, to the global stage. Because, believe it or not, Haryana is home to not one, but two wetlands that are so ecologically important, they've earned some serious international recognition.
So what exactly is a Ramsar site? It's not just some local award. This is part of a global treaty that recognizes wetlands that are absolutely critical for conserving the world's biodiversity. In the world of conservation, getting this label is a very big deal.
And here they are, Haryana's two Ramsar jewels. Over in Jhajjar, you have Bindawas, the state's largest wetland, and in Gurugram, the famous Sultanpur Bird Sanctuary. And look at this, both were designated in 2021. That was a huge year for conservation in the state.
So why are they so important? Well, just look at these numbers. Bindawas is a sanctuary for over 266 species of birds. Sultanpur is right behind it, hosting around 250 species. And get this, more than 100 of those are migratory birds that travel thousands of miles to get there. These lakes are basically vital rest stops on the Central Asian Flyway, a critical superhighway for birds journeying between Siberia and India. All right, we've seen lakes built for flood control and lakes celebrated for their incredible wildlife. But what about a lake that's so important to a place's identity that it actually gives an entire city its name?
For our final leg of the journey, we're looking at lakes that are just woven into the local fabric, the local culture. These aren't just bodies of water, they're landmarks with a real story to tell.
Let's talk about Karna Lake. Its name goes way back to ancient times, tied to the mythological hero Karna from the Mahabharata. Now, the lake you see today is actually a pretty recent man-made creation from 1972. But that legendary connection is so strong that it lent its name to the entire city of Karnal. And the diversity just keeps coming. A short drive away in Rohtak, Tiliar Lake has another surprise up its sleeve. It's part of this massive tourist complex that actually includes a zoo built and run by the government. It's a lake, a park, and a wildlife center all rolled into one. So when you put it all together, the lakes of Haryana cover this incredible spectrum. You've got lakes born from ancient geology, lakes built by people for really practical reasons, vast natural reservoirs, world-class conservation sites, and lakes that are basically cultural legends. And that's really the story here, isn't it? Whether you're looking at a 3,000-acre natural giant like Damodar or a small but powerful mythological landmark like Karna Lake, these waters tell a fantastic story of how nature, history, and people are all deeply connected in this region. And that kind of leaves us with one big question for the future.
As a state like Haryana continues to grow and modernize, how is it going to strike that balance? You know, the balance between meeting the needs of its people while also protecting these vital, life-giving, and truly surprising waters.